Okay, so somebody's really spinning out right now because they had some like unexpected stuff happen in their life. Okay, for some of you guys, I was getting like this is like a car broke down or like a bill or like something where it's like debt or something like where I don't know how I'm gonna get myself out of this. Like I don't know how I'm gonna feed myself this month or this week or whatever until such and such date. Like I feel like there's a lot going on that's really causing somebody to spiral out, right? And sink into the very negative thought patterns of there's no hope, there's nothing gonna happen, like this is like my life is over, right? And not able to get into a place of problem solving. So if that part resonates, I feel like that's kind of the goal right now, is to get you into a place to where you can actually think clearly, because I feel like you're overcome emotionally as well. For some of you guys, you're getting really unexpected news. I hope it's not like an actual loss. Like if so, my condolences. I feel like more so like you're finding out the truth about somebody's behaviors, like 111. Yeah, you're finding out the truth about somebody's behaviors and just how dirty they really were to you, right? Because I feel like you really gave this person a lot more credit than they ever deserved, right? I feel like you gave this person way more energy than they ever deserved. For some of you guys, I feel like you really put your life on hold for this individual. And I think that right now you're in need for whatever reason. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're in need now. And the people that you were so willing to help at the expense of yourself, for some of you guys, I feel like you helped these people at the expense of yourself, are not either who they appeared to be, right? And so like your vision, you had like a vision of like life with this individual that is now crushed, right? Like that's not gonna happen because you've had to see this person's true colors. Or you're stuck in a position to where, and you don't have anybody to help you. Either way, I feel like the feelings behind this right now are very big, and they do feel hopeless. It does feel, depression, despair. Like I feel like your stomach is in knots right now. I feel like you're really not eating a lot. Like I think you're very much stressing, especially those of you who are at the end of a relationship. Well, all of it. I feel like it doesn't matter which way this is. It is the energy. Let's see what we need. Look, broken and healing came out. Okay, this is what I was getting before. Sorry, I had another card fall. This is what I was getting before I even started. It was like, you guys, how they say, like, if you forget your keys or something, like, that happened intentionally, because you're going to avert an accident or something, right? Like later on. Like, I feel like this is a very awkward, uncomfortable, effed up situation right now, even if it is finances, however it works. But this is meant to happen, especially if it is finances, because you may have had a very big idea of what you're supposed to be doing right now, or like, I wanted to do this, this, and this, and it's not happening. But it's like, if you would have done this, this, and this, that could have completely put your life in a whole different effing direction. You could have ran into the wrong person. You could have picked back up on an old habit. Like there could have been something that was happening like within that situation that really God's protecting you from. 333, for real. Like I feel like that's what it is. You're very much so being protected, okay? And if this is a relationship, even more so are you being protected. Listen, God will orchestrate things in order for you to get away from something, because I feel like it's hard for you to release this situation, okay? I got broken. It says shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. If it is because you found out those hard truths, I feel like you were given a lot of signs about why this was true and you weren't trying to hear it back then. I'm sorry, I just have to be real. And so now you're in a place where you can be helped and worked with moving forward, because whatever this is, if this is money, if this is a person, whatever, you're getting so much more and good is gonna come from the situation. And I know I'm like trying to find the right words, because I know it doesn't feel like that right now. Like I feel that for you. I know that's not how it feels right now. You're feeling stressed. You're feeling the brokenness. You're feeling hopeless. You're feeling shocked that a mother sucker could, right? Or that shocked, like, how could I not have prepared for this, right? But some of you guys, if it is a financial thing, it's like you're not even Like, you need to be proud of yourself because for what you do with your money, okay? Because I feel like I'm talking to somebody, maybe if it is financially, like, you're low income anyways, right? There's no way you would have been able to save ahead of time to prepare for something because you just didn't have it, because you're providing a home. It's unfortunately the way our world is, but that doesn't mean that God's not going to make a way. And I promise you that. And I feel like that's where we need to start having faith that it's going to work out. And I know that's not what you're trying to hear right now. You're not trying to hear that it's going to work out, especially if this is with a person. Look, it says, I have friendships that are real, genuine, and loyal. That is what is coming for you. That is what is coming for you. And even if it isn't what you have right now, that is what is coming for you. I feel like some of this could be happening in order for you to turn to God and have more faith in God. Like, God wants to swoop into this hopeless situation. God wants to swoop into this hopeless situation and show his glory through your life. But you have to be open to see that. You have to be willing to receive that into your energy, right? You have to be willing to believe that God wants to do that for you. I'm for real. Like, it's like God can make the most beautiful things from the messiest situations. Seriously. I've seen it in my life over and over and over. Over and over and over. There were so many different situations. Me not going to prison for one. Like, that was like, yeah. So, I did go, but not again. Not the second time. Anyways, okay. I've seen him make miracles happen, on situations that were hopeless. Like, I had a judge throw my plea out, tell me I was going to prison. It was a wrap, right? It was going to arrest me right then and there, but I don't know. But God, 3 weeks later, had a change of heart because she got to see me as a person, as an individual. Yeah, anyways, different story. Sorry, guys. I went left there. But maybe you need to hear that because she was going to sit me down for 10 years. That's what I was going for. This was like some years ago. And it was the prayer. It was, the women from the church writing letters on my behalf. There was a lot of things, but it was all God, right? Because that judge told me that I was hopeless. There was no hope for me. There was no rehabilitation for me. She wanted me just to go at that time. And that honestly was such a major turning point in my life. And mind you guys, by the way, I had already been chasing God for a couple years by that point. I was still struggling. Just because we want to change doesn't mean the change happens instantly. We have to relearn and unlearn so many different things in order to get into this version of self that God wants for us. And I feel like you're more, maybe where I was a couple years ago, where things are rocky and uncomfortable, but it's all a molding ground because God is going to change your life. Okay. And a lot of times when we're going to get when God is coming in to change our life, it feels like our life is being destroyed. It doesn't actually feel like it's being made better, because a lot of what we are holding on to so deeply and so, like that are things that aren't for us anyways. That's not what was for us anyways. We're clinging to the things that are actually destroying us. And I feel like that's where you are right now with it. Okay. Yes.